It's now time for Ricky Longhaul. And now I realize, after telling you how many problems I've had with YouTube for the past hour, that my microphone wasn't even recording. I'm sorry. Thank you, lovely people, for being here. I've had technical difficulties with YouTube for like an hour. Everything I was just saying was me kind of freaking out, losing my mind, about to get alcohol involved over all this. And then I realized I didn't even unmute. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Today, we are going to look at some PC deals. I'm going to drink an unhealthy amount of Dr. Pepper. That's what I've got today. Hope you got your coffee or something. And then when I did finally get everything good and ready to go, finally, 6 tries later, my internet connection died right in the middle of the stream. Like, it's already really slow, like half the speed of normal, and I'm not really sure why. But I just lowered the quality. I'm not streaming a game today, so it's like it doesn't have to be super duper big quality or anything. This will be fine, probably, hopefully. Let me know. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how it sounds. I know my webcam sucks. I'll show you the desktop here in a second. Let me check the stream health, just because everything else has been so awful. I'm just so worried. I'm so worried now. How do I haven't streamed in long enough, I guess. Okay. It all looks to be okay. We're going to look at some deals. And we are not going to look at deals for people looking for new parts. This isn't RTX 3090s. This isn't Ryzen 9 5950Xs or whatever the news crap is. Or this isn't for those people. We're not looking at that stuff. There's a chip shortage, and there's scalpers everywhere. That's why that stuff's so expensive. None of that's a deal. I say don't buy new stuff at all unless you just got money to burn. Which, I mean, if you do, that's cool. Go for it. Absolutely, buy all the latest and greatest stuff. But if you're looking to just put something together that's pretty good, or pretty good for you, or what you would be doing, then this is for you. We're going to be looking at a lot of used parts, and it's going to be pretty cheap. This is all going to be on eBay. This is going to be like hot stuff. Like, you want to go get it, you better go get it now, because you know how eBay works. This stuff will be gone like by the time, I don't know, if you're watching this like next week. I'm streaming on the 14th right now, October 14th. So like most of this will be gone. There's some of these listings will be stuff that's like restocked over and over again. Most of it won't, because I will be just trying to find the best of the best deals that we can. Like a third of my subscriber count or so, I think came from back when I used to do this on a regular basis. This was my thing. I wanted to do it weekly. And it turns out at the time, this was like a year or two ago. Hey, how long ago was that? It was whenever I first started. I wasn't streaming it, of course, because I didn't have internet connection. I was over the road. But I would do this. I'd set this stuff up. Maybe it was 2 years ago now. I don't remember. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's how I started out the channel. Just going over deals I could find on eBay, because people talk bad about these kind of parts. They're used. They're super used in some cases. They're old. They're not the latest and greatest. A lot of stuff we're going to look at might not have the latest instruction sets. Sometimes you can get better deals out of Ryzen than like the Xeons we're going to look at. That's all totally fine. These are merely suggestions. Take it as such. Now, without further ado, let's get into the capture. Let me shrink me down to about there, right? Oh, God, I'm so bad at this. Hang on. Bear with me. There we go. Welcome to eBay. I got an incognito window going. As anyone should. Man, I've literally been working on this stream so long that my Dr. Pepper's like watering down. It's a sad day. Anyway, let's get started. What kind of PC do we want to start building? I will calculate all this up, and we'll do the math. We'll see how much these kind of builds cost. Let's just start with a really, really basic gaming PC. Should we go 4-core or 6-core? I did say really basic. Okay, this is going to be the litmus test. How about that? This is going to be the litmus test. If you're going to see real quick what kind of computers we're putting together here. This is if you want to play. We'll say modern games. I'll start modern, but I'm serious. I seriously mean like the easiest stuff to run. Esports stuff, no problem. But let's say maybe you want to play some Call of Duty, and you're okay with like, if you're so broke that you're okay with like 45 FPS. Let's say this is like your first gaming PC. Okay, I get it. A lot of you don't consider 45 FPS to be playable. Some people do. Some people are just that broke. Won't be the only PC we build. Don't worry. You can get an Xeon X5550. What do those go for right now? We won't buy it now, and we're going to go US only. Sorry for any international viewers out there. That's kind of disappointing price-wise. I bought a lot of these things. I mean, a literal lot of... How many was it? It was like 25 of them for 18 bucks or something like that. It was something like that. I still have like 10 of them. 15 of them sitting over there, something like that. It's 4-core, 8-thread. It's equivalent to the first gen i7, like 920. And so that, I mean, it equals out to like 75 cents a CPU. That's just the perks of buying in bulk, I guess. So I'm disappointed to see it at like 480, but I mean 480 is great. But you know what? I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't find the 480 worth the money when you could do this instead. X5650. This is the 6-core version. Literally $2 more. 6 cores, 12 threads. That looks like our best deal right there. How's the seller? Wow, dude. Great feedback on the seller, actually. It's 100% positive with lots of sales, so that means something. Confirmed. It's an X5650. Always double check if you can with the photos. $6.99 in free shipping, dude. Where does that come from? It does make a difference. Might be here 5 days from now. Oh crap! Where'd I go? Okay. I forget where the thing is. You guys probably see it, and I just don't. It's supposed to say where specifically it comes from. Pickup, free local pickup, free shipping. Indianapolis. Okay, there it is. Of course. Yeah, so $699 for a CPU. Motherboards will get you. Don't worry, I have a solution for you for a motherboard. It's not like the best, but it does work. X58 motherboard. Just type that in, no big deal. And you can either pay lots of money for a super used, beyond its limits used board, which would have triple channel memory, admittedly, and probably overclocking capabilities, or you can pay less and get a Chinese board. To be honest, okay, we won't buy it now. And US, please. I hate that I just can't lock those in. I used to be able to on the app. I don't think you can anymore. Let's see. Any more options for the Chinese boards? No, that's it. Okay. So, this looks like the best deal of these so far. $66.25, $9.69 shipping. Not too bad if you ask me. You can absolutely get cheaper B450 motherboards, B350, A320 motherboards, if you will. You totally can. But those CPUs, I mean, you cannot beat $7. Come on, $7, dude. For a 6-core, 12-thread. We're not talking AMD FX CPUs here. This is Intel. I mean, it's first-gen Core i7 like gaming performance. And this day and age, the 6-core is going to help you out. Those 12 threads are going to be helping you in modern games. You're only going to be able to put 2 sticks of RAM in there. I think it maxes out at 16. These ones with the Chinese motherboards right here, they actually will say right here all the stuff it can hold. You're not going to find a website out there that's got all the maximum specs and everything for the motherboard. Okay, so it supports 32 gigs actually, but we're just going to go 16 for the sake of this really cheap build. So I think X5650 is the top CPU that these support. Socket. Okay, this one doesn't say. I think a lot of these will say X5650. Okay, so let's look for 16 gigs of RAM, which will be pretty easy to do. Yeah, I guess I do just need to keep this eBay search up, so I don't have to keep typing in 16 gigabyte GDR3 ECC 2 times 8 gigabyte. I mean, this would be my suggestion. Well, okay, let's go buy it now. I'm literally going to leave this up. Let's see, US only, please. Okay. ECC. Already kind of disappointed with those prices, but I bet we could find better. That was 53. Yeah, look, 3180 right there. We're already coming down. 3180, 3180. Memory ECC server. Top memory. So we got $27.99, $27.99, going once, going twice, another one, $27.99. Yeah, okay, so we have 2 listings for $27.99. Ooh, look at there, $21.95. I spoke way too soon. It's Kingston registered server RAM. Yeah, okay. Good thing about these Chinese boards is they're like basically chopped together parts from Chinese factories, basically to just check off all the boxes on the spec sheet. It's like, yes, can use Xeons. Yes, can use ECC memory. So like, don't worry about that stuff. Yeah, this isn't a regular desktop board. We're not locked down to desktop RAM here. That's why you want to search for the ECC, because it's cheaper. Like, look at that, 32 versus that's low density. Yeah, versus like 52. Yeah, it's non-ECC RAM. So yeah, that's our best deal right there. $21.95, man. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, I ordered a bunch of this. This is more bulk pricing here. I'm about to brag just a little bit again. Just a little bit again. I have a ton of this right now. I still have PC parts. I get put together a couple PCs with. I'm lacking in graphics cards, but tried to run a PC business early in the year and didn't pan out. And I do still have a bunch of leftover parts. Missing cases, graphics cards, power supplies, a couple things. I have like half of PCs over there. No coolers. I have a bunch of CPUs and RAM, and a couple of drives. I could like a bunch of SSDs I could put Windows on and stuff. Anyway, I have a whole box of RAM right now. It's just this. I mean, it's got mine's like the heat spreader version on there. But I bought it in bulk. I mean, I literally bought a tray. Okay, forget the box. Forget the box. Forgive me, my storytelling sucks. I got this tray, that big. It's just like a tray of RAM for like, I don't remember how much it cost, but I remember it was like, it equated to $10 per stick. Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm bragging about my own prices. That's what this is. Okay. Good. Look at that. Great deal. That means it's gone down a little bit in price. So that was earlier in the year. It was one of the first months of the year. I don't remember which. I think March or something like that. So yeah, compared to bulk pricing, that's actually great, man. $21.95 in the seller. 99.9% positive feedback over 43,000 sales. Not bad. You might want to look at the positive end of the negative feedback, but looks good so far. I just swallowed a whole ice cube. Excellent. Checking on the stream. Had enough bad luck tonight. Okay, got a cat wandering around in here. Let's make sure it wasn't clawing up much here. Okay, so we got our CPU, motherboard, RAM. Returning to this search. Let me just change my terms. We need a CPU cooler. Let's see. It's LGA 1366, right? Is that right? It's been a minute since I've ordered all this stuff. Yeah, 1366. The good news is, like, most CPU coolers will work on 1366, so you don't have to say 1366 CPU cooler. You really don't have to type that in a lot of times. Yeah, because you're going to get more expensive stuff like that. The good news about these Xeons, they're older, they're not power efficient at all, but the good news is, because they're lower clock, they are 2.66 gigahertz, you don't have to have a big badass cooler to keep them nice and cool. I mean, now keep in mind, this CPU, this RAM combo, and a cooler that I'm going to look for are all in use in my main rig, which I will hopefully be getting a webcam for soon. This is my laptop, by the way, but my desktop has wired Ethernet, whereas the laptop, for whatever reason, the Ethernet port just stopped working. It's just like I reinstalled Windows on it. My cat's playing with his mouse now. I apologize for that in the background if you hear it. But the internet speed is like 4 times the speed through Ethernet cable on that desktop, and it was twice the speed on this Wi-Fi before, so I don't know what's up with it now. It's really disappointing. Anyway, my point is I'm not trying to sell y'all anything I wouldn't use myself. This stuff is totally fine. I want to say, okay, I'm going to break a rule here, and I'm going to check Newegg, because Newegg is where I bought all my coolers before when I usually just buy on eBay. Just type in CPU cooler. I'm trying to remember how to get to the one like that I've got right now. Super duper cheap. I like this music a lot. Sort by lowest price, please. Please don't give me garbage. Please keep it relevant. And of course it's not. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, they just don't have them anymore, I guess. Yeah, they had these like 3 heat pipe rose wheel coolers. That's right. I mean, if it's not on this list, they don't have it. There's these three heat pipe rose wheel coolers that work totally fine on these. Okay, LGA 13666 CPU cooler. Let's just check. If they don't have anything interesting, I'll just go back to eBay. Yeah, $20. That's like what we were finding on eBay, though. That's the problem. I was trying to get away from that 20 buckaroos. That's 25, basically. 2409. It says 2021, though. Okay, it would work with it. It's compatible. We don't have to save every single dollar. Don't have to. Rose will. That looks a lot like the one I'm talking about. Just without the LED on the fan. That's 2 heat pipes. Okay. Let's go back to eBay. Yeah. Screw Newegg. Man, when Dr. Pepper get watered down. Okay. What's this? Can you give me more details before I click on your ad, please? Is that 3 heat pipes? Oh, it's 4. Whoa! Well, we might have something here. 266. Okay, I'm impressed. And it's got a mid fan. Not that that really matters. It could be on either side. Ooh, a silent fan. It's totally muted. How about that? Incredible. Okay, I think that's it. I think we found the cooler I recommend. Because the ones I was going to recommend was a 3 heat pipe design. And of course the amount of aluminum on it matters too, but not nearly as much as the copper heat pipes, because copper dissipates heat like crazy. So 2409. I don't even think we're going to beat that. I say that. Same thing. Free shipping from California. I've had some items get stuck in California. This one comes from the same place. Same exact thing. 2184. Might as well do that. 97% positive feedback. Okay, so we're getting a little sketchier. What's this? 1699. How many heat pipes? 2? I'm just not interested in a 2 heat pipe cooler, I tell you what. Is that true? Okay, this had pretty low ratings on Newegg, but I expect any cheap cooler to have low ratings. It looks like we got three heat pipes. 3 copper heat pipes. It says 1366. It looks... How big is that fan, though? That's what I want to know. Okay, it looks kind of small. But I mean, the fan doesn't have to be that big, honestly. Okay, no, I guess this one beats it then. Just by a couple bucks, 1946, and 3 heat pipes. Oh, the other one had 4 heat pipes that did. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The 3 does just fine for what we're doing. So it's totally fine. You know, I think I totally forgot to... I did, didn't I? I totally forgot to... I don't know why I'm copying that over. Just bear with me, Jeff. Bear with me. I forgot to, like, tweet out the stream. I know. Horrible. I actually just did this, like, 3 times before when the stream just totally up and died. Technical difficulties, but I am for sure live now. Okay, that's to Facebook, and also new to Twitter, so it takes me to there. Tweet. Okay. So anyway, back to what we were doing. So there's this cooler. Now we still need a graphics card and drives. Okay. We'll do graphics card last. That's the hardest part to get, honestly. No. Yeah, reuse the search, please. Let's see. Gigabyte SSD. I don't really like the 100 gigabyte SSDs because they fill up so fast with anything. But they do work. Yeah, the one in my main rig is one of those 100 gigabyte drives. Okay, why is it going so slow? Yeah, this is why. Look at that. 18 bucks, just like the rest of them. I'm gonna say I bought the ones I have now for like $14, so that's what I'm looking for. See how close we can get to $14. God. Honestly, not that close. Okay. So our best bet out of all of them, this was 18, 19 bucks ish. I've never heard of that. I'd rather go with the Intel. Yeah, I'm kind of betting on the Intel right now. I can at least attest that they work. I've got several. That's what all mine are. $16 with $275 shipping. That's hard to beat. 10 series. I don't know what series mine are. 100% positive feedback on the seller. Can't complain there. So now we have a boot drive. We need a storage drive, 1 terabyte HDD. Here's where a lot of people are going to, if it wasn't the rest of the stuff I've already pointed out, this will be where a lot of people disagree. I am willing to buy sketchy hard drives, personally, because you can buy these quote-unquote brand new drives, which I think are actually refurbished drives, like from China, that don't say an actual name on them. HDD major brand. Like, why do I not believe you? $18 though. How do you beat that? This is exactly why I do this. Okay, we could at least guarantee it's a better brand if we go to $20. This is what I'm used to seeing. These right here. You see that brand? No, you don't. Because there's no brand on it. It's 1,000 gigabyte. Okay, please let me zoom. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not gonna let me zoom. But it just says 1,000 gigabytes on it, and it's got, you know, the other stuff. There's no brand or anything. That's what I mean. 3150. That's exactly what I expect. So what's this WD thing? Enterprise hard drive. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, it does say 1 terabyte. Okay, cool. Date 2013. Man, your 8-year-old hard drive. Most people, I'd say, don't bother. But with as cheap as we're going right now, you're not storing any sensitive data on it or anything. If this is just for games, dude, I say go for it. Reclaim it. Don't let it go to the trash. Don't let it go to recycling. We don't want to do that. We want to use it. We want to use our used parts, don't we? We still need a power supply and a case and a graphics card, which we are saving for last. No, not new tab. This one. Now. Oh. Okay, we should actually do the power supply last. Micro. How about just type in ATX case and see what happens? This is another thing that's much better to find on Newegg, but just for the sake of keeping it all eBay. $44.95, pretty crappy price. $31.95, pretty crappy case, which I have used that one, but it might be the one we come back to. Just for price reasons. $31.95, it's the best I saw. $31.95. I think it's what's coming back to. I have this white one. Oh, and this purple one. Both of them are right behind me right now. Built in that one. Okay. Guess we're gonna go with this one. No, not that one. Where's that one? This crappy thing. See if I can even remember how bad it was. I don't remember if there's a place to put an SSD in this one. Did I put an SSD in the one I built in this? It honestly doesn't matter. SSDs are so lightweight, you could set them in there, just attach the cord, and it'd be fine. I'd recommend taping them down just so you don't have to worry about mobility and getting knocked around and all that stuff. You at least have one exhaust fan. No intake fan, doesn't look like. Nah, for gaming PC, let's get better airflow, shall we? Wow, that top one really might be the one we're going back to. If that's the case. Ooh, you know what? It's 44. Screw that top one, dude. I built in a few of these because Montech, dude, it's like the next step up from DIY PC as far as quality goes. But like, it gives you plenty of room to build in. And that front panel, the front panel right there it's actually mesh. It's not just for looks. These do come with all the fans you see. I don't remember if it has USB 3 on it or not. I forgot it's an ATX case. Yeah. Okay, it's got an SSD mount on it. So cool. Yeah, I actually adore this case. Just because, I mean, look at the price, dude. It's always been that price, as far as I can tell. And it's everything you could want in just a cheap little gaming PC case. It's got good airflow, good space. It's not going to cut you while you try to work on it. No complaints with that case whatsoever. Solid choice. So now let's get into it. Let's do the dirty work and find a graphics card. There's Dr. Pepper sucks now. Might have to go grab me some more here in a second. Graphics card. Okay, so here's the problem. We're going to have a lot better luck the older generation we go. Now, the 7 series, if you want to play modern games, the 7 series is like the farthest back you can go because they're about to cut. I don't remember if they cut support or if they're about to cut support for GTX 700 cards. I think they're about to. And really, these days, you want 4 gigs of VRAM. I hesitate to say GTX 780 3 gigabyte. But I've used one in there. Man, for the money. What about TI? How far off is a TI? Yeah, that's just ridiculous, man. You see what I'm saying? This is why we're only looking at old cards. Oof. Okay, 780. 780. Is there a 4 gigabyte version? If there is, I didn't even know. Oh, it's like a laptop card. Okay. Okay, 3 gigabyte. This graphics card right here will give you about, I say about, because Jesus Christ, don't quote me. But it'll give you about like GTX 1060 performance, but like 1063 gigabyte performance ish. So like if you want to play Warzone, it'll do it. I mean, I'd turn down a bunch of settings and everything. Don't get me wrong. I just throw them down to low. Like this is like 1080p low if you're doing something like Warzone. But hey, $140 and you can do high refresh and plenty of games with this. That's a taker. I can't remember. I think you have to have a 650 watt for those, or minimum 600, something like that. $140. And as you can see, like all these are just way worse. Price-wise, I mean. It's insane. The prices on these. So I'm not gonna lock this in yet. Let's see what else we can find. How about a 970? Oh, I think those are horribly priced too. Yeah, you're way better off with the 780. Man, these prices are horrible, dude. This is worse than the last time I looked. Which, I mean, obviously, the prices are only getting worse. Yeah, this is, you know, not that anybody likes blower style cards, and it is a big red flag buying something without real photos on it. What's the description say? Pulled from units being upgraded. Part numbers tested, pulled from units. The good news is eBay, well, the good news for you, not for the sellers, is that eBay highly values what the customers think over what these sellers think. Really screws the sellers, but if you get a card and it just doesn't work, or it's not what was advertised or whatever, you can get a refund. So to me, something like this is why I like taking risks on eBay. You got your HDMI display port and some useless DVI ports. So, you know, dual monitor card if you want to do that. Okay, let's look it up. GTE X 780 recommended PSU. 550 watt. 780 on your average system. 550. Okay. We can work with that. I can look up like a 600 watt PSU, something like that. 600 watt power supply. Just for the sake of going over by a little bit. You don't want to get any of these brands you haven't heard of. Segotep, no thanks. Smart 600 watt. Brand new. Thermaltake's a good brand. Their power supplies aren't great. But like if you want one that won't catch on fire, then Thermaltake is fine for that, from what I understand. I haven't used any, but I only hear good things. But I'm not locking in that one yet. So I think we can do better. How much was that? 37 bucks? Ooh, EVGA's ones are pretty good. It says Best Buy though. I don't know about that. Oh, come on. 40 bucks. Okay. 40 bucks for the EVGA one. I'd rather have that. Did I just kill that tab? Oh my god, I did. You hate to see it. Actually, you know what? Oh, that's why I bookmarked the eBay search like that. Reduce 600 watt. Because it's already got my US only and buy it now locked in like that. Okay, Segotep. I want to see some reviews on the Segotep things because I have been seeing a lot of them going on eBay recently. So I do have to wonder like if they're any good. All right. So 37 bucks for that Thermaltake. 38 bucks. We're at 37, 37, 37. A Pevia? I wouldn't buy an Pevia. I think people have said they're fine. I wouldn't bother with it. 37 is still our best bet. 30. That's Pevia. Right as I get my hopes up. Okay. Yeah, Thermaltake. Here's a 34.89. So say 35 bucks. 35, 35, 35. 35, because I'm not buying that. Definitely don't get Hercules. They usually don't have a whole lot of connectors on them anyway. 35. Ooh, Corsair, look at that. Corsair, 600 watt. 30 bucks. EVGA, look at here. So that one's 30. This one's about 30. The Corsair. Thermaltake, 35. This is like 34. All right. See, look how much progress we've made just by scrolling down. We're down to like 34 bucks, I think. No, we're not. We're down to 32, 33, 35. I mean 35. Yeah. 32, 35. I don't. Does Raid Max even make power supplies anymore? This might be an old PSU. 32, 35. 32, 35. 32, 35. Let's just go ahead and lock it in. We don't have all night. So, great brand. Decent power supply. Yeah, I'm trying to get that all together there. Let's see. Great feedback. Lots of sales on the seller. Tested it. It says tested and works great. Which you can easily lean on if you have to do a return. We're like, look, they said it worked. We're gonna look at the sticker here in just a second. Terms, they accepted within 30 days. Return in the same condition. Okay, keep it all together and whatnot. What's the best view of the sticker? I guess that's the only view of the sticker. Okay, yeah. This is a true 600 watt power supply. Good. Lock that in. Okay. So we got graphics card, power supply. What are we missing? I think that's it. I think we have a PC, ladies and gentlemen. We have a PC. Okay. You ready for the total? Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to see my calculator, but if you don't, you're welcome to follow along at home. Let's see, we got. I'm going to try to not miss any of the shipping either, because that does make a difference. And of course, tax will be added on the end of all eBay orders, just like everywhere else. So keep that in mind. Depends on where you live. $6.99 free shipping. Okay, and we've got plus $66.25 and $9.69 shipping. For the RAM, we've got $21.95 and free shipping. We've got $19.46 on the cooler and free shipping. SSD we have $15.99 plus $2.75. The hard drive we've got $19.94 and free shipping. The case, glad there's free shipping on that. $44.99. Graphics card, the most painful part of this build every time. Plus $125. It's 15 minutes. It's almost tempting for me to pick this up myself. I don't have the money though. I don't have the money to burn, trust me. Oh, I've got a 1650 in my system now, that's right. I forgot. I don't need this thing. Okay, and power supply. By the way, you can pick up a power supply here on eBay for like, it's like, power supply tester, I mean, for like $10 or something like that. You literally just plug in all the power supply cables to this little box, plug it into the wall, it'll turn on, it'll tell you if any of the rails are like messed up or not. So if you want that extra insurance, feel free, buy yourself a power supply tester, no big deal. But if you don't have it, I wouldn't worry too much about it as long as the power's on. And there's no weird smells, it's not making a weird ticking noise or anything like that, you're probably fine. So add this, $32.35. And free shipping. We have our total, and oh my god, am I surprised at what our total is. This build, 6 cores, 12 threads, 16 gigs of RAM, nice airflow case, sufficient cooler, a graphics card that'll actually give you somewhat modern performance, not totally, but somewhat modern performance. You got a boot SSD, you got a terabyte hard drive, so you can play everything, including Warzone. Strong power supply. The total comes to $380.36. You just love to hear it. Love to hear it. I'd play Warzone on that PC. Don't get me wrong, the CPU might not be strong enough. You will have enough cores and threads, but it's per core performance. My guess is the per core performance would be what holds you back more than anything if you're going to play something like Warzone. If you're playing like esports titles and stuff, you're high refresh all the way, baby. Doesn't matter. Screw it. You got an Intel CPU, you're fine. You'd be surprised how much of a difference that makes. Like, you could buy AMD FX CPUs, like the same core count, same year and all that stuff. It's just... games have been coded for a long time to work better on Intel CPUs. Like, with them in mind, because they just work better. I mean, they physically work better. They are easier to code for than the AMD ones that were out. So it's a real thing. Like, okay, let's talk GTA, right? I used to benchmark GTA 5 all the time, because that was my main game anyway. And I went from like 80 FPS, like say like 80 to 100 FPS in GTA 5 with like a Ryzen 7 2700. So it's 8 cores, 16 threads for one modern CPU, and I just like switched over to an i7 2600, so second gen Intel i7 from like 2011 or something like that, and FPS was like 115 to 130, 140. Not that FPS matters in GTA. I'm just saying, it's like, to me that was just like easy evidence that they've been coding stuff for Intel way longer than they have for Ryzen. New games, it's a little bit different story. I couldn't tell you how they work comparatively, just because I know like Ryzen's finally more popular, AMD's more popular, so they are coding more stuff. You are seeing more and more games come out with the Ryzen logo like straight up on the splash screen or whatever, like Ubisoft games and whatnot. So for sure, it's changing now. But yeah, I have 380 36, man. That is a screaming deal for a PC. Screaming deal. So that's 380 36. Let's just do a quick review, and then we're gonna move on to one more build, and then I'm gonna get off here. I think I've been going for 45 minutes now, which is okay. Happy to be here. I don't have all night personally. I gotta go to work in the morning, you know. So Xeon X5650, Chinese X58 motherboard, which you can add a... Oh, I left out one thing. You see that? There's no... I'm pointing at it. You can't see where I'm pointing. Right there. There's no CMOS battery. You'll have to pick up a pack of CMOS batteries. They're right here on eBay. They're like, I don't know, $2 or $3 for a pack of 5. So it's really nothing. But yeah, just to note, because all the motherboards you've probably ever touched have CMOS batteries, and this one comes without one because it's just weird. Here we got 16 gigs of ECC RAM. This weird Battery cooler that looks sufficient. Actually, it looks fine. It looks like it would do well enough. That's all you need with a build like this, is well enough. 100 gigabyte SSD, 1 terabyte old, but 1 terabyte hard drive. Nice airflow case. Blower cooler, but you know, what are you gonna do? Got a used 80 plus bronze 600 watt power supply. I'm just saying, oh, what a build, dude, what a build for the price. That's the thing, right? It always comes down to the amount of money that you're willing to pay. Like, what are you willing to pay is the question. So anyways, let's move over now to... We're going to do the same style of thing, where we're just taking, like, pretty much dirt cheap crap, right? And maybe I shouldn't have closed all those tabs. But we're instead of like a basic gaming computer, we're gonna go to, let's call it a basic content creation computer, right? I'm trying to think what I would change, really. Core count is what I would change mostly. Actually, we're not going to do a full build on this, because it's honestly, I recommend all the same parts we just went over, except motherboard and CPU combos. And we're going to have to change up the RAM too. Motherboard, CPU, RAM, obviously are going to have to be different. Oh, and the coolers, we're going to have to do different on the coolers. So, yeah, let's say you want to step it up to 8 cores. You totally can. It's not going to cost you that much. Now, upgrading, I'm not saying upgrade it. As far as X58 boards go, like we just used, 6 cores is your limit there. So if you're going to do 8 cores, you need to start with this board right here. X79 motherboard. We're going to do the same strat. Chinese machinist motherboard. It's a V1, V2. That's what we want. Right here, it's a little cheaper. It's 80 bucks. 776. 776. 75.93 though. give me the cheap one. I just want to know which one. I want to know which one's the cheap one. 1293. It's X79. It has an NVMe slot on it. Is it missing anything? No, not really. It has. I think the other ones had more RAM slots. Yeah, that's what it was. I'd be willing to pay more for more RAM slots, really. Yeah. Okay, we're not going with this one. Definitely not locking it in. 8125 looks like a better deal up there. 8125. 8125. 8125. Just because you at least get 4 RAM slots. Huh? 8125. Has an Intel 2 on it. 8125. Where did I see you? Yeah, it's got all the same features. 8125. Seller, 98.6 positive out of 2,000. Might want to check the negative feedback. It usually comes down to like super long ship times or item arrived damaged because it wasn't packed properly, stuff like that. It's usually, those ones usually aren't, when it's only a little bit of negative feedback, is usually like, it's not that they didn't send the right thing or something like that. Yeah, okay. I don't have a lot of complaints about this board. Just like the X58, doesn't have a CMOS battery, so not that big a deal. It's just something to note. It should tell us our compatibility here. 2690. Okay, it can take 4 sticks of 16. We're not going that far with this now. Okay. Let's see how much the E5 2690 is. This is a V1 and V2 board, right? Yeah, I believe so. 64, 30, yep, that's what I was thinking, 28 bucks. 24.99. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, that's our champion right there. $24.99. $24.99. Right there. This, my friends, is an 8-core, 16-thread processor. I believe the... Okay, it doesn't say V2. I want to say this is based on Sandy Bridge. So, release year would be... I don't remember. 2011, 2012, something like that. So this is like, it's kind of like if you took an i7 2600, just double the cores and the threads. Here you go, 2.9 gigahertz. So you got better IPC than the X58 one we were looking at, for sure. Better per core speed, just faster in general, plus more cores. So you just and and I believe this generation started AVX instruction sets. Whereas the first one didn't have AVX or AVX2. This one doesn't have AVX2, but it'll have AVX1, I believe. So there are some games that use that, and for whatever reason, the performance is just better if you have the instruction set on those games that are coded for it. $40.99, 100% positive feedback. You'd love to see it. Free shipping. Lovely. So something like this, you're going to want a better cooler. I'm trying to remember what I used before. Oh, yeah. Okay. Standard 4 heat pipe towers were good for these. So you don't have to do anything fancy for these either, really. I used Neolution. It's probably not going to find these on eBay. I got them off of, anyway, yeah, they're more expensive now anyway. No, that's what they cost. 40 bucks. So these are 4 heat pipe coolers, from what I remember. It's a full-size tower cooler. Okay, so that's 40 bucks. Let's see what else we can find. GA 2011 cooler. Let's see what the other options are. It's like a 3 heat pipes. I'm not taking the risk on that. 2011. Definitely not doing stock. What if we look up 4 heat pipes? I don't usually try that. It still gives me the one with 3. Is it 3 or is it 4? be 4. No, it is 4. How big is the fan, though? You got any dimensions on you? Because I wouldn't suggest... yeah, it's like a 90mm fan. No, I wouldn't recommend that. We want something with a 120mm fan on it. Oh, there's the snowman. Gotta love the snowman. Blade color? Who cares about the blade color? Blade quantity, that's what we want. 2011, 50, 2011. Okay. 1 fan. Okay, so that just comes with 1 fan in the middle. That's $30. That's a much better deal. How much was the other one? It was 40, right, for the Neolipa ones, the Neolution coolers. So your fan's in the middle if you only get it with the 1 fan. Okay, I get it. But still, you get 2 fans though for 33. It's really not necessary. Just get the 1 in the middle. Go for it. Just get the 1 in the middle. That's fine. Snowman cooler, $30. I'm gonna double check, make sure there's nothing even better than that. That's a great. Wow! Look at the amount of copper on that thing. Hang on. I have to see what this is. 6 heat pipes. Well, hang on. The snowman is 6 heat pipes. Man, that is a lot of copper. Like a lot of. Look at that copper, dude. It's beautiful. Love to see it. Oh, hang on. I don't know the diameter of this fan. Oh, that's probably not a 120 either. 1 fan 95, 2 fan 115, 3 fan 138. Oh, so they get bigger the more you order? Okay, fine. We'll bump it up to the 2 fans then. Just for the sake of making sure we have big enough fans. Screw it. 2 fans. 2 fans. We all like 2 fans, right? It's just, at least for the cool factor, add in the couple of bucks that it takes, right? That's just neat. Gotta love a bunch of heat pipes. I mean, it's hard to beat just throwing more copper at the situation. This one would be cheaper, but you know, why cheap out when you can get 6 heat pipes? That's ridiculous, dude. Honestly, the 1 fan is probably enough, given that you have 6 heat pipes. I would personally go ahead and get the 2 just in case. Where's our search? I don't have a search. Okay. That's good enough then. I'll steal this one. Can I steal that one? No, I can't. Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, so we got our cooler. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's all we need then. We found it all. So we'll go over this. Chinese motherboard. I've never used this brand. I use Machinist all the time. But I mean, as far as I know, they're all mostly the same. They're all just knockoffs. But it's got 4 RAM slots, so that's why I chose this one. So 8125. Got the, oh, I have another search sitting over here. I just lost. Okay. E5 2698, Core 16 thread processor. And a Snowman to go on there. Oh, RAM. We didn't look up RAM. That's right. So for this, we want to do... Let's do 32 on this. We're going to scale this evenly. You just wait. We're going to scale this evenly. So 32 gigabytes DDR3 ECC. Let's see if I have to type in the... No, I don't. Look at that. $34.99. Okay. That's probably going to be the... That's probably going to be the winner right there. $34.99. $34.99, baby. Let's go. I love this tune. It's my jam. Bum, 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 bum. $34.99. $34.99. $34.99. Wow, dude, you can't beat that, can you? That's ridiculous. $34.99. Okay. Let's check it. Make sure microns 4x8 32. That's what we want. Registered ECC. Looks beautiful. Free shipping. Looks good. Good feedback on the seller. Guaranteed working. Free shipping. And it ships from where? New Jersey. Stuff can take a while to get from there too, just like California, for whatever reason. But not as bad as California, honestly. Nothing's as bad as California. Nothing. I had a motherboard get stuck in California for like 3 months that I'd ordered. It's one of those X58 boards, so at this point I try not to order from California if I don't have to. So yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This would be our stepping up. Trying to think. I wish I would have kept all those other parts up now. 380-36. Honestly, I don't remember how much the CPU and the motherboard and RAM and cooler combo was. Because, like I said, I would keep everything else the same. GTX 760, that power supply we saw at 600 watts, all that, might as well. But yeah, for this combo, it is 8125. It's free shipping, right? No. Plus 869. For the Xeon 52690, which I've used a couple of. I do really like them. $499 and free shipping. Our Snowman, we have got $33.99 and free shipping. For the RAM, we have $34.99. So for just this combo right here, CPU, cooler, motherboard, RAM, is $183.91. Who would have known? That's 18 core, 18. Oh, that's 8 cores, 16 threads, 32 gigs of RAM, and a 6-pipe heat cooler. That's dope, man. That's dope. Let's move on, shall we? Keep my search up. Kill all that. Now we're going to move on to X79 V3 motherboard. I think is what you have to type in to find it. There is a difference between the... Yeah, see it says V2, V3 main board right there. The other motherboards we were looking at were like V1s and V2s, I think. These are V2, V3. You can't like buy something like a Xeon something V3 and then put it onto that other motherboard we were looking at. It just won't work. So we're again going to try to find one with 4 slots. Oh man, these have gotten a little harder to find than last time I was looking. I'm not calling you cat. Sorry. I don't know where you went. Check on stream health. Looks good. Looks good. All right. Okay. Man, so there's not a whole lot of choice here. I typed in V3. Yes, I absolutely did. I'm really disappointed with that then. Okay, so this is the board we want right here. It costs a bit more, but just wait until you see what we can put on it. So we've got our 4 slots here, NVMe, graphics card. Okay, it's just like all the other boards. Nice beefy little heatsink there. Let's see. 2690 V3. That's what I'm thinking. You can put four sets of 16 gigs on there. Okay, this is gonna be the last little PC building kit we're putting together here. I got something special for you. If I can remember the name of the CPU, which I really don't. But I'm gonna try. Okay. E5 2690 V3. That's a 12 core for $80 right there. You see that? That's actually not what I'm looking for. 12 cores. 12 cores. What I think Sandy Bridge or Ivy Bridge, that generation, like the 8 core we just looked at. It's only 2.6 gigahertz. So it's actually not the one I was looking for. Believe it or not, it's not the one I was looking for. $80, that is a screaming deal for 12 cores though. I mean, hey, you want to make content? That's not going to be your best gaming CPU. It'll be fine. I'd say mediocre at best. 12 cores, dude. Okay, let's back up. Let's try V4. Because Because I think we just found what I'm... Oh, no. It's not what I was looking for. 6... What's it called? What's it called? I'm trying to remember. That's a 10 core. God, I'm not interested in those at all. Hold on. There's a channel that I'm a big fan of called Tech Yes City. We did a video on one of these the other day. Oh no, I don't want to be looking at my own channel. Sorry, I'm off screen here. Tech Yes City. I just need to know what the name of that CPU was. Okay. Okay, I see. I never would have guessed that just by typing in numbers. Version does he have? Okay. Okay. 699 V3. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 2.33 gigahertz. Not super fast. This won't even game as well as the 8-core because it's clocked lower. But 18 cores. Look at that. I can't highlight it, but look at that. $214 for an 18-core CPU. Now, don't get me wrong. That 12-core we just found for like, what was it, $74 or $79, whatever it was. That's the deal. But if you just want to, if you want something that'll just bang out some like multi-threaded tasks, like if you're making videos or something, like yeah, you do some gaming too, but you also want it to just like wreck, like anytime you decompress a file or like render a video or whatever. 18 cores, right there. 240. Let's find the best deal on them right now. There's 214.50 right at the top. This is bids. Oh no, I lost all my search things I wanted here. Where'd it go? US only. Thank you. 214.50 is our king right now. 214.50. 214.50. 214.50. Now, of course, this isn't gonna. Yeah, if you're broke, you know we've been over. This is just we stepped it up a little here and there. And now this is the broke boys Lamborghini PC. This is okay. This is you want a Corvette, but you've only got a couple of grand. So this is like a 1984 Corvette. Still a Corvette. Still a hell of a car. But you know, yeah, best prices like going right at the top. Which eBay is pretty good about that. They usually do just show the best prices, the best deals at the top. So they'll compare it all and put it in order, you know. But like we saw earlier with it was what, RAM or whatever, we scrolled down for so long and then we found a better deal way down at the bottom. Yeah, 214.50. 214.50. Pretty good feedback, not perfect. Confidential. This doesn't have. Is it supposed to not have the name on it? I've never bought one of these. I only saw it in his video and was very impressed by its performance. No, this actually says the name on it. Okay, I'm not gonna take this one's word for it. It said QS, didn't it? Did I just imagine that? I guess I just imagined that. It's confidential. This might be like a quality sample or test sample or whatever. But just for the sake of being safe, I'm going to pick one that's actually got the name on it. 222.95. Seems to be the better one. 222.95. Got any better ones? Or cheaper ones, excuse me? 222.95. That's probably going to be our next best one. We're not paying that much more for peace of mind anyway. Yeah, it's got the name on it right there. Xeon E5 2699 V3, 2.3 gigahertz. Again, this won't game as well as the 8-core we looked at a second ago that I think was 2.9 gigahertz. Actually, of all the CPUs we looked at today, the X5650, the 6-core 12-thread, first gen, Then we look at the 8-core 16-thread, which is 2nd gen. Then the 20... Now this one, 2699 V3. Out of all of them, it probably game better than the 6-core, but not as well as the 8 cores because the clock speed is lower to keep the TDP down, you know. 222.95 though for an 18 core. Where are you going to find a deal like that nowadays on processors? X79 to me right now, X79 is where all the interesting parts are at. Man. God, I'd love to have one of those. So we're still missing a couple things. We need a CPU cooler. Now that we have that, we got a motherboard. We got our CPU. We need a cooler for this thing. I personally, so what we're gonna look for? We're gonna look for a 360 millimeter AIO. Because with something like this, I'd prefer to be on the safe side with cooling. I don't want to underdo it. I mean, like, me and my brother built him a 10-core CPU, and it was modern. It was 10th gen 10-core, and those are hot as hell. Probably hotter than this 18-core, honestly. But on his 360 millimeter radiator, it was like still reaching like 80 degrees or whatever, just because those Intel CPUs were so hot. So, like, that's kind of what I'm keeping in mind as I'm going to look for a cooler for this. So what we're going to keep in mind is we want it to be a name brand we've heard of that has a good track record. And we're not buying used. I wouldn't buy a used AIO. So 360 millimeter. Amazon might have been the place I looked for this before. Liquid cooler. Some brands like Cooler Master will do like they run eBay stores just for the sake of being in every market. So for the sake of staying to eBay, that might be where we go. MSI Mag series. Look at that, 9966 right there. I'll take it. 9966. Krakens are amazing. Use those, but not really our price range here. Cooler Master, there we go. $80 versus the, what was that? 99.66. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a great deal, and it's probably about the same as the Cooler Master, to be honest. I haven't used it, so I'm not sure. This is the one. We put this one, I think, on my brother's 10th gen build that I was just telling you about. But it used to cost more. I think that's the same one. So $80. Can we beat $80 with a good brand? I doubt it. For those of you who don't know, the pumps are usually all made by the same one or two companies. So there's actually not a whole lot of difference between all these different brands. Now, things like the NZXT Kraken, or if you get like a Nock 201, the fans are going to make a big difference because there's so much engineering put in the fan design alone that it does make it cool better. And there's a difference in radiator thickness too. But as far as like the pump design and the block and all that stuff goes, a lot of them are actually really similar. So as long as you're getting one of the ones that's like made similar to the rest of them, you're still doing okay. Ooh, Intermax, look at that. Intermax, Liquimax. They're not the one that had the weird sludge buildup problem recently. Oh, it's refurbished, so we don't want that. It's probably fine, to be honest. But we're sticking to brand new. That's our thing right now. Okay, yeah. Go back up to the Cooler Master one then. How much was it? Like $70? $80? Yeah, that's still pretty great. Not gonna lie. $80 for a 360 millimeter. Yeah. What else we're missing? RAM. Last thing on the list is RAM. This one supports up to... Dude, you're getting 18 cores. You're maxing out this motherboard. You may as well, right? Max out the RAM. Now, does this support that Xeon? Oh, it doesn't say it on there. Okay, hang on. I might have misled y'all a little bit. As cool as that 18-core CPU is, it might not take it. V3 series. The 2690 might be as good as it gets, actually. 630. I'll take that back. 26. That's 2699, right? I believe we're this is what I'm looking at. These numbers right here, because you notice 2620, 2630, 2640. It's all by tens, right? I think what it's saying is like, oh, this is like 2660 series out of those, which this is at let's say 20. It says 2690 right here. I believe that's 2690 series. So this would be the 2699 V3, and our board does say V3 series right here. But I'm actually pretty confident this would run in. I would personally put my money on the line buying this system. Obviously, do it at your own risk. If you want to stick to the 2690, that was the one that said it was 2690 V3. That was 10 cores, right? Because the V2 was the 8 core we looked at. Either way, I mean, you're still getting a smoking deal right there. Memory socket, okay. Okay, let's see how much RAM we can stuff on this bad boy. It's 4 times 16 is 64, right? Gotta double check that. 4 times. I don't trust myself right now. 64. Let's go ahead and max out that RAM. Oh, no. Bring me back my search. Thank you. 64 gigabytes, DDR3 ECC. Okay, $94.99. Start out strong, I think. $94.99. We do need it in 4. Quantity of 4. We're at $94.99. $94.99. Wait, what was that? No, okay, that's 8. We need it in 4. $94.99. $94.99. And of course, you could search for individual sticks if you want. I'm looking for all 4 at once. It's just for the sake of making this easier right now. Yeah, looks like that top one's our best one we're looking at right there. $94.99. That's Samsung RAM too. Sweet. 1600 megahertz. I bet our board will take that too. That's a good thing about, yeah. Oh! I forgot the V3 Xeons take DDR4. Okay, it's going to be a little more expensive than that. 64 gigabytes DDR4. Oh, wait. That's how we lost our search terms a minute ago, isn't it? DDR4 ECC. Thank you very much. My bad, chat. My bad. I forgot that's how it is. Man, that jump to DDR4 makes a huge, huge difference, though. But if you're buying an 18 core, you're going to want as much RAM as you can throw at that thing. 200 is over. But this is 64 gigabytes we're talking about. I mean, the non-ECC stuff, I think, is like this price for 32. I could be wrong. Oh no, you're right. It's not that much anymore. It is disappointing. Pay less than $100 if it were DDR3. Whatever. We're looking. 188. I'm gonna hang on to that one. That's probably our best one right there. 192 about, with the shipping included. About 192. Can we beat 192? Ooh. About 180. Kill that deal. Sure looks like it. So that's about 180. About 180. It's also Samsung. Okay. 180. But see, we found a better deal by scrolling down like that. It's not always what's at the top is the best. $169.95 plus $9.95 shipping, dude. For Samsung DDR4, let's just verify 16 gigs. I'll say 65 gigs. Pretty good seller rating. And it ships from California, of course. Ones with these like corporate looking descriptions they're usually pretty good on returns. That's a very blanket statement. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but yeah. Okay, so we have there we have it. There we have our 1984 Corvette workstation. Actually, that might be more like an 80s Lambo or Porsche. Let's add it up real quick. So it's 109.99. Again, you can buy a Ryzen board for way less than that. But the CPU that we're throwing on is what you like. The two combined together, you cannot beat with a Ryzen price. You might lose a little bit of performance. I'm not going to say this is better than like any Ryzen, because obviously the single core performance on those new Ryzens is amazing compared to this stuff. And those game like crazy. This will be really mediocre for gaming. Content creation? Yeah, you'd be surprised. Watch that Tech Yes City video on... they put it out within the past couple of days. What was it called? Oh, I just looked it up, didn't I? Built a budget 18-core Xeon gaming and workstation PC. Yeah, 5 days ago. It's on the E5, $26.99, which we're looking at right now. Okay, calculator $222.95, free shipping. Throw in our liquid cooler, also has free shipping for $79.99. And our RAM for $169.95 plus $9.95 in shipping. Whew, $592.83 is our total for those couple of components. But I mean, throw that in with your GTX 760. 780 we were just looking at. 600 watt used power supply. That Montec case with good airflow, mind you, very good airflow. Oh, it won't fit in that case. So we do need a different case. Okay, real quick. It'll be the last thing we look up then. It'll have to, because we'll have to change up that build. Thank you. Okay. ATX case 360 millimeters port. I haven't done much typing in a long time. Man, look at that. Roseville for $107. Montec Air. See, Montec is the brand of the other one. Looks like a full mesh front to me. It looks like it could fit a 360 mil in the front, but I do want to double check real quick before I mean, $49.99. We didn't change the price hardly at all from coming from that 2-fan case. And I really like Montec after working in those cases, so I'm pretty happy to recommend this case if it'll fit. Oh yeah, that'll totally, because you see right there on the front, if that's a 120mm fan, and you see right at the bottom it's got the cutout where you could put more fans or radiator or whatever right there. Or on the top it looks like you could put a 240mm. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. Possibly a 280. Those look like 120mm fans to me. We can double check, I'm sure. Let's see. It's an open box unit. I've got no problem with that. It's a case. It's not an AIO. Choose. Radiator support. 360mm right there. Yeah, I'm cool with that right there. I like that case. There you go. That would look pretty good too. Put your SSD right there at the top right, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. EATX computer game. Your motherboard might look a little small on that. These motherboards, like, they're... If a regular micro ATX board is like this, these are usually like this. They're like, you know... You might not be able to see that difference there, but they're kind of skinny. They pack everything into a smaller space. Oh, this one looks a little chunkier. It looks a little wider than these Chinese boards usually are. They're usually a little short too. They work great though. Okay, so caveat: all the motherboards I recommended tonight are these Chinese ones. 2 of the 3, I believe, were machinist boards. I can tell you for sure the machinist boards, and probably all the Chinese motherboards, you can't put your computer into sleep mode. It just doesn't work. So I don't know. It's just a weird quirk they have. I'm not sure. I have no idea why it works that way. So, you know, if you're okay with not using sleep as a feature, there you go. There's all your selections. How you feel about that, chat? How you feel about it? I feel pretty good about it. I need an outro video now. Now that I got all that going. Man. Well, pretty rocky start to the beginning of the stream. It was horrible working through like an hour of nothing but technical issues. But I'm glad it worked out. Oh man, I look tired. I look super tired. I never refilled my drink either. That's probably a good thing though. It's getting late here. I need to go to bed anyway. Have you stayed this far? Feel free to drop me a like or a dislike. Either one's fine, honestly. I like the feedback and it feeds the algorithm. So you know, if I get recommended in the search, that'll be great. I'm planning on possibly going back, and I usually do like stream highlights, right? So I think I'm gonna go back, and this kind of video has a really short turnaround time, so I guess it would have to be tomorrow. I might chop this up and do like a highlights of this, cut out all my ahs and ums, and see if I can edit it down to like a 15-minute video, you know. So you want the condensed version? Be on the lookout for it if you're just now tuning in. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for sticking through all the technical issues. It was a massive headache. I'm glad we survived it. So, anyway, I've been going for an hour and a half. It's about my bedtime. I gotta get up pretty early to work. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by, and hope you have a good night. So, yeah, that's all I got. Thanks.